Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is Wyln News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. Wyln News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. I'm Ryan Prosick. A grand opening celebration was held today for the Hazelton Area Academy. During the event, members of the public and the media were invited to visit the new facility in the former Wyln studio. We spoke with Early Intervention Supervisor Laura Shook about what the district hopes the academy will bring to the Hazelton community.
I hope that this is a hub, allowing our programs to really engage the parents and community members to see what it is like in early learning and how we can grow as a community to better the needs of the children.
Previously located in the Early Learning Center, Shook said the district opened the academy to help accommodate a growing student population.
I'm excited just to see where our future goes, the opportunities that we can bring in for the children and the community. Having our own building, it allows for us to grow and utilize the space and just better the needs of the community, the children that reside in it, and the district as a whole.
Shook also told us about a new facility that will be available to students at the academy.
Our All Abilities Gym is probably the newest piece to the district. This allows for inclusionary practices with our pre-K counts program and our special needs children to maybe utilize the space together. We do offer both of those inclusionary programs and pre-K counts and early intervention program here within the building.
The Hazelton Area Academy is located at 1055 10th Street in Hazelton. It has been open and operating since September 11th, 2023. A Hazelton man is behind bars facing strangulation and assault charges. According to Hazelton City Police, officers responded to the intersection of South Wyoming Street and East Hawthorne Street on Saturday evening for a report of an incident. Officials say 38-year-old Christopher Pfizer Susana Gomez got into an argument with the victim and began to strangle them to the point that they were unable to breathe. Susana Gomez is charged with strangulation and simple assault and is behind bars of the Luzerne County Prison, unable to post $10,000 bail. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement have placed a detainer on Susana Gomez, and his preliminary trial has been set for November 2nd. A woman in Lycoming Township has been arrested after she threatened to light a man's truck on fire with a cigarette. Officials responded to Lycoming Creek Road on the morning of October 18th. According to a witness, Lindsay Bliss had allegedly cut an electrical cable from under the hood of a man's truck, poured gasoline on it, and was threatening to start a fire with a cigarette. Police say that Bliss fled the man's home before police arrived on scene and was later found walking down Lynn Street, where officers attempted to take her into custody. According to police, Bliss resisted arrest and elbowed an officer in the face. It is also reported that Bliss had allegedly stolen from a home in Lycoming Township a few days prior. Bliss is behind bars of the Lycoming County Prison on $10,000 bail. United States Representative Dan Muser announced in a press release today that he is withdrawing from the race for Speaker of the House. The announcement came just days after Muser announced that he was one of the 9 declared candidates for the position. In his statement, Muser said he withdrew from the race so that he could focus on leading former President Donald Trump's campaign in Pennsylvania in 2024. A new Philadelphia man is behind bars following a domestic incident in Pottsville. According to the Pottsville police, officers were dispatched to Wyln Skate Park, located on the 700 block of East Norwegian Street, for a reported domestic disturbance this past Sunday. It was reported to police that a Hispanic male, later identified as 21-year-old Brendan Rodriguez, was punching a 21-year-old female inside a black sedan located in the parking lot of the skate park. After police arrived on scene, they saw the female had injuries on her neck and face that included redness and swelling, indicating that she was punched and grabbed. The victim told police that she's approximately 33 weeks pregnant with Rodriguez's child and that they still live together. However, they are no longer dating. Rodriguez has been charged with 1 count of harassment by physical contact, 1 count of disorderly conduct, and 1 count of simple assault pursuant to domestic violence. Rodriguez is currently behind bars of the Schuylkill County Prison, unable to post $50,000 straight cash bail. Crews responded to a vehicle accident on Sunday at the intersection of Claremont Avenue and Lafayette Avenue in Hometown. Injuries were reported, but it is unknown the extent of those injuries or what caused the crash in Hometown. Detectives in Schuylkill County are asking the public for help in locating a Tamaqua woman. Christina Marie Brennan is wanted on an active bench warrant after she was declared an absconder from supervision and violating her parole. The charges in Brennan's original case included endangering the welfare of children and recklessly endangering another person. Brennan was last known to reside at 25 Tuscarora Park Road in Tamaqua and is described as standing 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighing about 165 pounds. Anyone with any information on Brennan's whereabouts is asked to call the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office at 570-628-1350. Wilkes-Barre Township Police say that 3 women that have stolen from multiple targets across the state are being accused of a theft ring. According to the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department, the 3 women entered the Wilkes-Barre Target on October 18th, where they proceeded to pick out vacuums, coffee makers, and other electronic items with a combined retail value of about $2,000. Officers state that the 3 individuals had also visited the Dixon City Target on October 18th. According to Target Loss Prevention, this group of individuals have stolen from every Target in eastern Pennsylvania. Anyone with any information about the suspects or the thefts is asked to call the Wilkes-Barre Township Police at 570-760-0215. Coming up on WYLN News, Penn State Hazelton hosts a bingo event to raise money for Thon. Plus, Representative Dane Watrow announces an upcoming scam seminar in our area. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow's gonna be cloudy.
Weather Kids is brought to you by Lehigh Valley Hospital, Hazelton. Your health deserves a partner.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier, for over 50 years providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls, F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR, visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information.
High school football is back on WYLN TV 35. You can always count on WYLN for all the action, not just the highlights. This week, the Hazelton area Cougars travel to Berwick to take on the Berwick Bulldogs. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. with Marty Burns, Joe DeMelfi, Mike Sosar, and the WYLN sports crew. Over the air on 35.1 in Hazelton, 47.1 in Berwick and Bloomsburg, Service Selector Cable Channel 7 and 507, and online at WYLNTV.com.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Penn State Hazelton held their Thon Bingo this past weekend, where members of the community had the chance to come out and win prizes to benefit a good cause. We talked to the primary chair of Thon at Penn State Hazelton, Tori Raybuck, about the event.
We are holding a designer purse and gift card bingo. We have 18 games that are a mix of gift cards and designer purses, and then we have 2 special games, which are big designer purses and a duffel bag.
For those not familiar with Thon as an organization, Raybuck told us about the good it does in the community.
So Thon is the biggest student-run organization that is run in Pennsylvania by Penn State University students. We raise money for pediatric cancer, and all proceeds go to one profit and cover things for transportation, food, medical costs, everything covered that the families don't have to worry about.
Raybuck also said that if you could not make it to the bingo, there are other ways to support Thon and their mission.
Besides to coming to events like our bingos, each of our members have a donor drive. It's designated to each person within our organization here, as well as we have one for Penn State Hazelton Benefit and Thon, it's called.
If you would like to donate to Penn State Hazelton's Thon, you can contact Raybuck at trz5351@psu.edu. The bingo was held on October 22nd at 1 p.m. at Penn State Hazelton's campus. State Representative Dane Watrow, along with Senator Dave Argel, are co-hosting a scam seminar in Hazelton this Friday, October 27th, beginning at 10 a.m. The event is free for the public to attend and will take place at the Faith Assembly of God Church at 34 Fox Manor Road. State Police Troop N Hazelton will also be present to present information on scams and how to avoid becoming a victim. You can contact the Hazelton office at 570-453-1344 for more information. Attorney General Michelle Henry is warning the public about a new scam. Recipients of Medicaid coverage are receiving scam text messages that their coverage has lapsed and that they are required to make a payment. In the text messages, the scammers send those enrolled in Medicaid a link to a caller that demands the victim's payment information, and if they do not provide it, their healthcare coverage will stop. The scammer will often claim to be from a company such as Health Services, Health Solutions, or Innovative Partners. Any suspicious calls or texts you may receive regarding Medicaid or other benefits that are overseen by the Department of Human Services should be reported to the fraud tip line at 1-844-347-8477. Coming up on Mountaintop's News Choice, we recap the Phillies and more on Let's Talk Sports. Plus, we learn about Halloween safety on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday, so stay right here because we'll be right back on WYLN TV.
Lehigh Valley Topper Cancer Institute brings the next level of cancer care to the greater Hazelton region. The new cancer center on the campus of Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazelton is now open and offers an advanced radiation therapy program, an expanded infusion suite with private treatment rooms, and the latest telemedicine technologies. The Cancer Center at LVH Hazelton, offering world-class cancer care closer to home. To learn more, visit lvhn.org/Hazelton Cancer Center.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Nescopec,
or downtown Hazelton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Welcome back to a Tuesday edition of Let's Talk Sports. We talk some UFC a little bit of NFL, more so, about the transactions. But before we get into the NFL slate here, we got to talk about the Phillies, who lost 5-1 last night to the Diamondbacks. Aaron Nola gave up a couple of runs early, and that was that. The bats did not show up, besides Brandon Marsh, who was dueling it out for much of the game. It just didn't feel like a Game 6 at Citizens Bank Park, but we have Game 7 tonight with Ranger Suarez on the mound. It's going to be an exciting atmosphere, and hopefully fans don't leave early again. They left early last night. What are they doing? I don't know, but as for that, it is what it is. And the winner of tonight's Game 7 will be taking on the Texas Rangers, who absolutely went in and dominated the Houston Astros off the bats of Corey Seager and Adolis Garcia. Absolutely crazy stuff for them. They both homered, put up double-digit runs, and, that's the story of that. And they will be moving on to the World Series. So congrats to them and their fans. But let's get into some NFL action. We have Chicago at Las Vegas. Chicago gets the win, 30-12. Incredible stuff from Chicago, who looked like a team who was basically lost a couple weeks ago with Justin Fields at the helm, and they couldn't move the ball at all. And now they're out here securing wins. So their draft pick's moving down a little bit, but they still have Carolina, so maybe Caleb Williams is in their future, but Caleb Williams has been kind of struggling against ranked teams, so we don't know what NFL teams are evaluating the quarterback position right now for college, as it just feels like a mixed bag at this point. A bunch of high-end guys that you don't know if the league's sold on or not. So we'll see how that goes as the season comes to a close in college football. We're almost getting there. We're not quite there yet, but we're getting there. It's almost November already. I still can't believe it. But anyway, we have Cleveland at Indianapolis. A defensive showdown. Never mind. It was 39-30 because I was about to say a defensive showdown, but I knew I was joking because it was billed as that. The over-under was very low, and it just didn't happen. The offense was just going back and forth. Gardner Minshew looked like the best running quarterback of all time. He was just out there making defenders look silly. And P.J. Walker for Cleveland looked good as well. So it was very back and forth game. And Myles Garrett was the one that kind of sealed it for the Cleveland Browns. We had Buffalo at New England. And surprise, surprise, New England comes away with the win over Buffalo. Buffalo struggles with the Giants last week, barely pulling out a win, and now they lose to New England on a Mike Gesicki touchdown on National Tight Ends Day on the last drive. So that's incredible that Mac Jones and that coaching staff, as I've been critical of Bill Belichick on here, but they were able to beat the Bills, and the Bills look like they're not a title contender this year with all the injuries that they have sustained. We also have Washington at the Giants. Saquon Barkley scored, and it was a low-scoring affair, but Tyrod Taylor secures the win for the New York Giants, not Daniel Jones. He's still out with an injury, so Tyrod Taylor got it done for New York, and it looks like they're kind of hoping again in New York. They haven't quite thrown in the towel yet in the season. At least the fans haven't, because they almost beat Buffalo last week. Like I said, they should have, honestly, with some mistakes there. But anyway, that audible by Tyrod Taylor will be talked about if it impacts later in the season, but I don't think it will. We also had Atlanta at Tampa Bay, and the tough one here is the Bijan Robinson situation. The league is looking into it. He had headaches before the game, and he didn't play. Well, he played one snap at the end, 3-yard run, so he technically played, but he didn't play all game, and he wasn't on the injury report. He had a couple snaps here and there. Arthur Smith said, hey, we got to test it, and I guess it didn't work out too well, but he wasn't on the injury report, so the league is looking into that. But of course, Atlanta wins another game, even though I don't think they use their offensive talent right. I say that all the time on here. It's just they keep winning football games, so nothing's ever going to change, so that's that. And to close out the 1 p.m. slate, we have Baltimore, the big winners over the Detroit Lions, 38-6. Lamar Jackson put on a clinic, and it looks pretty foolish that teams did not give up 2 firsts and a new contract for him. They were all coming out, and they were saying, we're not interested in Lamar Jackson, we're not interested, and they all look really foolish right now, because I was just talking about Atlanta with Lamar Jackson at the helm with all that offensive talent. They might be Super Bowl contenders at this point, if I'm being honest. So a lot of foolish moves by a ton of teams, but Baltimore gets it done against Detroit in Baltimore, a windy game. But Lamar looks great. Mark Andrews showed out for National Tight End Day, scoring twice, and Detroit, I mean, at least Jahmyr Gibbs got going. That's one positive to say about that, because there's not much else. He got a couple catches. Amon-Ra did some work. Sam Laporta as well. And Jared Goff just didn't have it on Sunday. So that is that for the 1 p.m. slate. We're going to go a little quicker here through the 4 p.m. 24-17 Pittsburgh over the Rams. They pull it out. I don't know how this one happened, but let's just say it did. And Puka Nacua is legit, and I think that's all I have to say about him. He absolutely dominated the target share over Cooper Kupp, and he looked better out there, quite frankly. We had also Seattle at Arizona, 20-10. Jackson Smith-Njigba, the rookie, is finally getting it going, and this game kind of turned out how we all expected. So not much to really talk about here. Seattle with the victory over Arizona. And then wrapping up the 4 p.m. slate, we have Denver at Green Bay, 19-17. Denver gets the win. Jordan Love is facing a lot of criticism as we go on in the season here. That last ball that he threw, it didn't really make sense until he thought about it afterwards, as an experienced receiver would look for PI on that ball and get it, and then they'd have a chip shot field goal to win the game. So I understand the thinking there, but Jordan Love has not played well. And wrapping up the 4 p.m. slate, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Los Angeles Chargers. And, you know, Travis Kelce was showing out for Taylor Swift, because they showed that graphic. I don't know if you saw that. He has almost 100 yards per game in games that she attends, and 40 when she's not there. So I guess it matters, but he looked amazing on Sunday. Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, and the Chargers couldn't quite get it done. So Kansas City secures the 31-17 win over the Chargers. But we're going to continue the breakdown. We're going to spend a little more time on Minnesota, a shocking upset win over San Francisco, and Philadelphia's dominant win over Miami tomorrow, along with recapping Game 7 of the MLB NLCS, Phillies Diamondbacks tonight. So lots of good stuff to talk about tomorrow. So we'll be back here tomorrow on Let's Talk Sports. See you then.
F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier. For over 50 years, providing quality products and service to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry top brand manufacturers and guarantee parts and service for your home or business. From new construction to replacement doors, inspections and service calls, F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR. Visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township and Schuylkill Haven.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
2 Italian Guys Pizzeria, 3 West Diamond Avenue in Hazelton has all your favorites, from pizza, hoagies, salads, entrees, wings, and sides. Always made with the freshest ingredients. Call them at 570-459-2783.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. There's no better place to shoot than Whitetail Preserve. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 for more information. The 45th Annual American Cancer Society Telethon will be broadcast live on WYLN TV 35 from the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts in downtown Hazelton. Watch it live on TV from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. or come down and join us in person Saturday, November 18th. There will be tricky trays, bake sales, live entertainment, and more. Year 45, together we strive, and so many more can survive.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrowski, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today we're going to talk about that awesome day coming up here on Tuesday, October 31st, Halloween. You know, now I'm going to talk to the drivers now. As a licensed driver, we all know on October 31st there's going to be kids out all day. As soon as they get home from school, they're going to start trick-or-treating, and it's going to happen far into the night. They're going to be out and about. We need to understand this. We need to be aware that they are going to be around. Our eyes need to maintain on the roadway at all times because these kids are going to be excited. They're going to be running from house to house trying to get as many candy, as much candy as they want, right? And we need to make sure that they are safe. So, eyes on the road at all times. Know that they're going to be around. Drive slowly. Now, for the parents and the kids watching this, you know that you have to cross roads. Stop, look both ways before you cross the road. We understand it's an exciting night, it's a lot of fun, but there's still going to be drivers out on the roadway. And unfortunately, they might not always be paying attention. So stop, look both ways before you go to your next house. Parents, put something bright on your kids, on the back of their costume, something that blinks, that's an LED light, something that's bright so at nighttime you can find them. There's going to be a lot of kids out in the area and you may mistake one kid for yours and now you might not know where your child is. So put something on that you could easily identify your child so you can maintain eyes on them at all times and you know that they're safe. As far as candy goes, I understand you want to eat all the candy that you get, but parents, take a look at it. And kids, look at your candy also. If anything is in your bag, your trick-or-treat bag, that's not in a wrapper or that might just be in a Ziploc bag, don't eat that stuff. Put it right in the trash. It should be wrapped, it should be in a wrapper, and it should look like it was not messed with at all, meaning it wasn't opened to where somebody could put something in it. If there's any hesitation, throw it out because I guarantee you're going to get enough candy. So parents, please be aware of that. Kids, you're going to have so much candy. Don't eat the stuff that's in a Ziploc bag or that's unwrapped. And from everybody here at Troop N, have an awesome, fun, and safe Halloween. We'll see you next time here on Trooper Talk Tuesday.
If you're just tuning in, here's a recap of our top stories. A grand opening celebration was held today for the Hazelton Area Academy. During the event, members of the public and the media were invited to visit the new facility in the former Wyln studio. We spoke with Early Intervention Supervisor Laura Shook about what the district hopes the academy will bring to the Hazelton community.
I hope that this is a hub, allowing our programs to really engage the parents and community members to see what it is like in early learning and how we can grow as a community to better the needs of the children.
The Hazelton Area Academy is located at 1055 10th Street in Hazelton. It has been open and operating since September 11th, 2023. A Hazelton man is behind bars facing strangulation and assault charges. According to Hazelton City Police, officers responded to the intersection of South Wyoming Street and East Hawthorne Street on Saturday evening for a report of an incident. Officials say 38-year-old Christopher Pfizer Susana Gomez got into an argument with the victim and began to strangle them to the point that they were unable to breathe. Susana Gomez is charged with strangulation and simple assault and is behind bars of the Luzerne County Prison, unable to post $10,000 bail. United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement have placed a detainer on Susana Gomez, and his preliminary trial has been set for November 2nd. And that does it for the news. Remember, the source matters now more than ever. Catch all the latest news and updates on our YouTube, Facebook, or at our website at wylntv.com. Stay with us for a look at the weather.